Introducing you to the people of Uniondale. This is the Voice of Uniondale, Nicole Burke.
Hi, friends. I'm so glad you're here with me for another episode of the Voice of Uniondale. Welcome, friends, or welcome back if you've been here before. I'm your host, Nicole Burke, and today I get to introduce you to a woman whose story is rooted in courage, community, and service, Stacey Richardson. I've met a lot of incredible people on this journey, but Stacey's story really stands out. She was born in Trinidad and raised by hardworking parents who taught her the power of discipline and heart. She brought that same energy to Uniondale, where she carved her own path, becoming the first accountant in her family and now a trusted leader with over 25 years of experience in finance. But Stacey's impact goes way beyond numbers. She's led youth programs, advocated for mental health and inclusion, and created spaces where people feel seen, heard, and valued. She doesn't just talk about community, she builds it. Every step she's taken has been guided by a deep sense of purpose and a powerful belief that education, opportunity, and service can change lives. So friends, if you've been needing a little inspiration today, this is the moment for you. Let's dive into this powerful conversation with Stacey Richardson right here on the Voice of Uniondale. Friends, let's help me in welcoming Stacey to the show.
Hi, Nicole. Thank you so much for inviting me to this wonderful program. I am so honored to be here, and thank you for the wonderful introductory. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. And these are just words you sent me, and we just judged it up. Well,
Thank you. Thank you again.
You're so welcome. So everything started with you back in Trinidad. How was that growing up in Trinidad?
It was a really very strong educational background. As you know, it's a third world country, and had very good parenting. And as a youth growing up in the Caribbean, there was not a lot to do, and most of the backgrounds struggles that we've always had centered around where you're going to go, and everything was based on the next level of your life was on your education. And that was mostly my focus as a child. And it was books, and more books. Which led me to being very good at excelling in my educational life and background, as you can see, and has led me to excelling way beyond my years. Mm-hmm. I've skipped many grades as a youth, and because of that, I was able to come abroad here and continue my education. And I was able to graduate out of college at an early age here as well. And then, once I was done, I wanted to pursue law earlier on. But as you know, coming to a new country and everything, you had to learn, right?
Okay,
you had to learn. So that was our learning curve there, learning everything new.
Yes.
And I was always good in math, but my passion has always been law.
Oh.
But
I guess that's where the advocacy for community
came in. But you go into what you was good at, and you could rely on the best. Mm-hmm. And with that, I went on to just stick within the financial industry, where my strongest background was, and so on. And then I still had that underlying love for law, and I even when I was in Nassau Community College, my professor, I remember when I took my class, he was like, "What are you doing, Stacey? What are you doing? You should be a lawyer."
Oh, wow.
He knew that I was that good. He said, "No one has ever gotten this grade in my class ever." And he pulled me to the side, and he knew that was something that I would do.
Yes.
And, I guess as you go on in life, the passion will never go away.
Right.
And I want to I want to instill that let every child know your dream and what you're born with is always going to be that passion. Don't ever give up.
Right.
Don't ever give up, and don't ever think that you can't be what you want to be, even though a path is maybe one way. Whatever you decide and however you feel, it still can come true.
Yes.
And pursue it no matter what.
Yes. So let's pivot. You went into accounting. How did you go about pursuing what was planted inside of you?
It so happened that when I continue on with my financial endeavors and continue on with that career path, life took on a different route where, I became a single mom, and I started to see a civic duty becoming more prevalent, because now your finances started to take a different look. And then what started to play an important role became your civic. What was affecting your finances became a civic role.
Talk a bit about that.
Yes. I looked at, my mortgage was being affected. My food was being affected. The prices. What was taking a hold of these things? And these things all led into who was in control. I was not. I was not. Right? Right. And I'm in control of my finances, right? I get the money at home. I get a paycheck. I spend my paycheck. But the things that were affecting my money, I was not in control of. That was the civics that I realized I now had to look at. Yeah. That's where the law came in.
And it clicked for you because that was in you from before.
Correct.
You got it early.
Correct.
Well, even while being a mom and being a homeowner and working, it just clicked.
It clicked.
Because that was inside of you.
It was inside of me.
And you didn't ignore that sound inside, that little voice telling you, hey, you can be effective here in the law.
In the law, right. So, yes. So so it came full circle. At that time.
Right.
So now that's when I said, that's when the civic duty became important to me. And I had to look at my life a little differently and zero in on community. And not only myself was it affected, who else was affected? Who else wanted answers? Who else was knowledgeable? Who else can I...
Or maybe not knowledgeable.
Or not knowledgeable.
Yeah,
and who else can I help to gain an educational background of how community works?
Right. Right.
And that's when I realized that our community, if we don't educate the adults, then how can they make the decisions, the correct decisions that's going to affect their pockets?
Right.
I believe that we always had that question, does a chicken come before the egg, or does the egg come before the chicken? Well, I figured it out.
Oh, please do tell. Do tell and share.
I said, well, the chicken had to come before the egg, because if the chicken has to know the answer for the egg. The egg can't know the answer for the chicken.
True. We can debate this.
We have to know first before we can lay the groundwork. If we don't have the answers, then how can we know who to lay the plan for?
Right.
If we can't guide our children,
right,
how can we tell them what to do?
Right.
So we have to become knowledgeable in order to structure them.
Yes.
And if we can't identify the mental health of our children, we cannot identify their needs, then how can we tell them where to go to find the answers?
Right. So is that when of course, that's when you started getting involved in the community. When did you form your organization, and tell us the name of your organization?
I got involved with that when I was introduced to my husband at the time. When he got involved with, I've always been volunteering. I am the treasurer for the Uniondale Little League, and we've been doing that for 13 years. Wow. Ronnie Williams and myself. Mm-hmm. And it's been a wonderful experience. And we volunteered with Dave Greaves for a long time, for a while. He's known him for a while, and we volunteered, and I met beautiful ladies in the community. Mm-hmm. But they wanted more out of the community. They wanted more. Mm-hmm. And we got together, and they were like, Stacey, we want to be more active in the community. We just don't want to just have a community center here, just to do little things. Mm-hmm. We wanted to be more active. We wanted a rec center. We wanted the community had a voice that wanted to expand more.
And they knew that they can come to you. It's got to be something inside of you, the light that they saw.
I liked what they wanted, actually.
Right.
And they were actually professional ladies themselves. Mm-hmm. They were actually the motivating force behind it, actually. And I was actually the financial mind. They were actually one was a nurse, Monica, Miss Rose. She was also a financial person as well, with a lot of experience. Mm-hmm. And also, and Ronnie being the sports person, dealing with children. And then I had also a captain, Mr. Soto. So they all came together and they wanted more for the community. They wanted to see, they had other input.
Yes.
And so that's why this came about for me. So I said, okay, let's just hear what the other community residents wanted.
Right.
So let's hear their voice. So
yes.
it came about a voice of the sounding of the community, not
like
so
that.
much wanting to spin off in any agendas of in particular, just more hearing what the community wanted
Right.
and see if we can create some type of, I would say, a bridge between organizations in the community that have already been here, which have been here for a very long time, and the residents, so that we can see where miscommunications are and if we can get more of the residents' input so they can hear what's going on. A lot of the times the residents didn't know what was going on. Communications was not being, it just did not, how can I say it? It fell off the bandwagon. How you say the grapevine?
Yes.
The grapevine didn't work?
Right. There was
how you
probably,
say
it stopped somewhere.
So it broke down?
Yes. Broke down. That's a good one. Yes.
Broke down. Communication broke down between the organizations and the residents.
Right.
We are a working community. And it's no fault of any organizations, and it's no fault of the community. And being an organization that's been doing this now, I realize that it's no fault of theirs. We as working residents, we have to play our part. We have to come to resident meetings.
Yes.
We have to come out.
Yes.
When they call us to come out, it's our job to go and listen to them.
Yes.
They have information. It may not be always what we want to hear. But we have to go to meetings. We have to go to the firehouse meetings. We have to go to the library meetings. We have to go to Guac's meetings. We have to go to Nostrand Gardens meetings.
Yes.
Pearl Jacobs is wonderful. She's been around for a while.
Yes.
We have to take the initiative. We have to go to Mary Ellen's meeting. Wonderful
UCC.
lady.
Yes.
We have
The
to
community.
go to them. Go to my
have-
meetings.
Have a voice.
And if I have information,
yeah.
and if it may be repetitive, but it may not. Don't think it's repetitive.
Right.
It never is.
Right. And you can
It
learn
never
something from
is.
each organization. Now, your name of your organization is Uniondale Empowerment Resource Committee, correct? And that came about from all the different voices in the community that you heard that came to you. And you have those people, Soto on your board, Willie?
Mr. Williams,
Ronnie Williams, and the different people. And when do you have your meetings?
I have my meetings the third Monday of every month.
Okay. And where are those being held?
They were being held at the Bernard Brown Park.
Yes.
However, we are right now holding them at the American Legion Hall in Uniondale.
Where is that?
That is right by the Dunkin' Donuts on Uniondale Avenue.
I thought that was closed.
No, it's not. What we did is that we reached out to them. We were concerned as an organization that a lot of the American Legion halls are closing down in communities across the island.
Yes.
Because of memberships, and they're dying out. And we wanted to preserve ours. Our commander had died last year.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I
And
didn't know. So
the
it's been
commander
shut down temporarily?
It was, yes.
Okay.
But they saw a need, and they assigned a new commander to ours. And we embraced him. We approached them.
Yes.
And we said, we will not let ours go.
Good.
And we are working with them. We engaged Home Depot, which I work for.
Okay.
For 15 years. And our Home Depot has taken on the task to revitalize our Chamber of Commerce. I mean, our
Legion Hall.
American Legion Hall. And they are going to help us revitalize that. They are putting in the project to do the upstairs. They're putting in the project to do flower beds so that we will have a garden. We will have a garden that we will plant vegetables for our community, and it will be free to our community.
Yes.
And we are going to engage the JROTC kids to plant for our community, and we will have a harvest season there and feed our community and have a green. Yes, go green.
You have a vision. Talk about what your vision is for the Uniondale Empowerment Resource Committee.
We are envisioning a new and wholesome community for Uniondale. Wholesome in meaning that we want youth. We want to see the youth engaged in every way, in every organization. We want to see our youths in the fire department, active. We want to see the youths in the American Legion Hall. We want to see the JROTC involved. We want to see them involved in GUAC. We want to see them involved in the library. We want to see them involved actively in Hofstra University. We want to see them involved more and more in everything.
Yeah.
And we also want to see, them involved politically as well.
That's good.
We want to see them involved. Let them engage their parents. We want them to come back home and say, Mommy, do you know who is our new representative and what they're doing? We want to have political engagement with the youths. Let them be able to have a discussion at home.
Those are all good points. And it lends to the fact on what you knew about when you started working in the beginning and you knew the law. And wait a minute, how's my tax dollar working? I'm paying all these bills and wanting to get involved in the community. What are some of the initiatives or activities your organization have done in the past?
Oh, wow. We have done very fun things. We have done the most noted ones I think we've had a lot of fun with was the Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus toy drive that we had at the Uniondale Library. That was so much fun in December. I dressed up as Mrs. Claus. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun. And we had a Santa Claus for the community. It was so great. We also had a book bag giveaway. We had over 300 people at the Uniondale Park last year.
Wow.
We had a turkey drive. That was just the beginning of what we had going on last year. This year, we have our drive again. We have a book bag giveaway last month. Yes. Last month, yes, August 30th.
Okay, nice. Okay, so these are all great activities and initiatives that you're doing. One thing we didn't touch on, how long have you been in existence?
We were in existence, would you believe, 1 year so far. May of last year, we actually formed this organization.
Alayata. Wow.
We've done,
you're doing so much already. You had the candidates night.
We had candidates night, June 20th. We had both the Democrats and we had the Republican
parties.
It was great. Our first introduction to the political introduction to education in the community was just having the Board of Elections introduce the community, how the ballots are counted.
Yes.
Just walking the community, educating them how it's done. That was last year when we had that done. And this year, June, we actually did Meet the Candidates Night. And that was something that was never done. That was the first time that was done here.
Yeah.
And we had a wonderful turnout. The candidates appreciated it.
Yeah.
And everybody got to see them all at once, cohesively.
Yes.
And got to ask their questions. The business community of Uniondale was also on board with asking the questions directly of the candidates. And they were actually happy to have them there. We did have, on the Republican night, we did have 2 candidates, and they were also happy as well. So we are engaging all realms.
Yeah.
And we are not a political organization. We are just education and just bringing a platform for everyone to meet the community and the community to meet them and ask the questions.
Yes. And that's fantastic that you've started it. And I would say not even to be discouraged that only 2 candidates came up in the Republican Party because, as you mentioned, you started last May. So if you only had 2 this year and you're doing so much and you had a success with the Democratic Party, next year you might have all parties, all people who are, all the candidates there. So
And-
you can only go up.
And it's about awareness. And it's the issue. The main goal is about the people being aware that there are people there, and knowing who's on the ballot when you stand in front of the ballot. Know who is on the ballot.
Yes.
And put a face to it.
Yes.
You can see a name, but you don't know who they are as a face. And that's what we want to, bring that awareness to them. So it worked in that sense.
Wow.
So that's what we
Stacey, you're remarkable. You meet every 3rd Monday over at the Legion Hall on Uniondale Avenue. What's some information that you want to share more about the organization for community members who want to get involved or might be afraid to reach out or does not have the time to come to the meeting? What's important for them to know?
We are always looking for members. We are always looking for engagement. We are here for the community, and we want you to never feel there's a question that you can ask us. We have helped many members. We have helped fix your roads. For instance, we asked in our very first meeting, one community member asked us about her roads. We went to the town. Her road was placed on the budget. It's now repaved. Business owner asked us to have a truck removed off his road.
Yes.
That night we got the truck removed. He's been asking for the longest while, never removed. We got it removed, a commercial truck, and no parking signs in front of his business. He now has a new tenant now in his business. He was able to sell his business now and has a new tenant.
Yes.
So there's no question that is too big or too small that you don't have an. If you don't have an answer to, call us 516-440-6004. Reach us out in an email if you don't want to ask us in person. If you want to remain anonymous, you can call us, email us at uerc.uniondale@gmail.com.
Say that again, a little bit slower.
uerc.uniondale@gmail.com.
Perfect.
And you can, there's no question. We reach every genre of question that you believe we need to know. If there's anything that comes up that you think we don't know, let us know. We're on the ball. We're like news. I've been asked to speak at Island Park. I have spoken at Island Park. I've spoken at Glen Head.
Wow.
I have been asked to speak at Staten Island. I have spoken on Project Protect Your Coast, Long Island. I have been asked to speak regarding windmills and the clean projects.
Yes.
Our windmills.
So you're a wealth of information.
And yes.
Yeah.
So
And
anything that we need to do the research. We are building a research team on my board.
Perfect.
So that if there's a question or we need to find something else out that you have a question to, we go out and we find the facts and we bring the answer to you. And if we don't know, we will tell you we don't know. So, we ask you if there's a problem in the community that you want us to find out, please let us know. We will help you.
Okay, and thank you for sharing that information. Share your contact information again with us.
Yes,
please.
sure. Our phone number is 516-440-6004. And our email is uerc.uniondale@gmail.com.
Excellent. Friends, you've heard it here from Stacey. Please go out and help her. Become a member. Donate your time. If you have any questions, community members, you've got her contact information.
We're always
Give a call.
looking for sponsors.
Yeah. They're always looking for sponsors. Give them a call. if you need an answer, because as she said, they're like the news. They're on the ground getting information.
Boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground and getting that information out to you. So, Stacey, we are at the end of the show, and the way I like to wrap up the show is by asking my guests to share something positive, something insightful that they've learned throughout their journey. Here's your opportunity to do that.
I'd like to say to all listeners that the world is your oyster. Don't ever give up on your dreams, and don't ever think that the mission ends because you don't see your next goal or the horizon is beyond your reach. If there's a will, there is always a way.
Good words to end by. Friends, you've heard it here from the Uniondale resident. She is the president of the Uniondale Empowerment Resource Committee. Stacey Richardson says, where there's a will, there's a way. Know that the world is your oyster. Your dream was planted in you from inception, from when you were born. Don't ever give up on that dream. Know that dream will come to fruition as long as you work it. Think of it as a plant. You put the seed in the ground, you water it, you till the soil, you put some fertilizer, but you don't see it pop up. And one day after doing all of that work, it comes up. So make sure to stick with your dreams and know that they'll take you. Do the work to get there. Thank you, Stacey, for being here.
Such a pleasure. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again.
Of course, we've got to get together. You're so welcome. Thank you, friends, for listening. Friends, you are listening to The Voice of Uniondale. My name is Nicole Burke. Make sure to come back next week and to follow us on The Voice of Uniondale on Spotify. Bye for now.